Yeah, it's Sunday morning, so I'm just having a coffee. It's not very good. Hi guys, it's Milka here. I've been on a hiatus for like 4 weeks, and there's a good reason. So I've been posting on my Instagram about this for like at least a month, about the Charlotte Tilbury review. I picked up $500 worth of her makeup, and I've never ever tried her products, so I was like, I really want to do this review. First impressions, full face, everything. So I filmed this video twice now, and the first time I just didn't like it. So I had all these videos that were kind of broken files on my computer, and then edited them all on Final Cut. It was like the most painful thing. Like, spent so long editing them, and then went to upload to YouTube, and all the files were broken, and I had deleted them off the memory card. So I was like, why did this happen? But like, okay, so here we are, like 2 weeks after that happened. Today I'm going to do full face first impressions of Charlotte Tilbury, and I have almost $500 of her makeup. So let's see what we think here. Okay, so we're gonna start with primer. Now, I didn't actually buy this, I got this as a sample, but same thing, and this is actually like a decent size sample. So this is the Wonder Glow Instant Beautifier. So this has like been one of the most moisturizing primers that I've used. So I actually am a huge fan of this one, and this is something I would rebuy. So I give this one a thumbs up because I just really like how smooth it is, and it kind of has a little bit of a shimmer, which you can't, I don't think you could tell on camera, but there's just like the tiniest bit of shimmer in it. So I like that about that one. Next we have foundation. So this is the Magic Foundation, and I was kind of just drawn to this one because it's called Magic Foundation. So I'm like, this must be like the holy grail of foundations if it's going to be called Magic Foundation. So it is a flawless, long-lasting coverage. I like to use a brush first, just a foundation brush, to put it on, and then I kind of go in afterwards with a beauty blender and kind of just blend everything out. And I've just kind of discovered that 2 pumps is full coverage for me. If I'm wearing to work, I normally do 1.5, maybe 1 if I'm feeling like I'm having a really good skin day or something. So just using a brush first, it works really well. Just gonna go in with the beauty blender afterwards. So yeah, I mean, it's good coverage. It does last all day. I don't find that it excuse me, I don't find that it looks cakey like throughout the day or anything. So I've actually been wearing this one quite a bit to work. So by the end of the day, I think my skin still looks and feels the same as it did when I first put the foundation on. I think it's for all skin types. It was listed for on the website at Sephora. And this was not as expensive as I thought it was gonna be. So the foundation retails for $50, which I think is pretty standard for foundation. Okay, so this is the foundation all blended out. Next we are going to go in with the bronzer palette that I picked up. Now, I don't remember. Oh my god, I just lost all my things. So next we're gonna go in with the bronzer palette, and I just love this packaging. It's so pretty. So this is the front. It's called the Film Star Bronze and Glow Face Sculpt and Highlight. So I think this is actually considered like a contour, and then there's a highlight. So this comes in 2 shades. This is the darker shade, which I actually regret getting now, because after I went back and looked at the lighter shade, I was like, this is way too dark for me. So this is what is like the bronzer contour, and then the lighter shade here is like a highlight. The bronzer I absolutely love. It goes on so smoothly, and it lasts all day, and I just like, the formula is just like so creamy. I love this bronzer. Okay, so this retails for $80. I'm sorry, even if this is like the greatest bronzer I've ever used, $80 for a palette that only has like 2 shades, like, no. That's just way too much. So I mean, like, for me, like, this is literally like, I'm paying $80 to basically just use this portion right now, because I'm not going to be using this until the summer. So it's like, seriously. But I'm gonna put this on for you guys, and you can just judge for yourself if it's worth it. I'm just going to go in with this color here. So I like to use just like a contour brush for my bronzer on my cheek. So you get so much product with this just by kind of like tapping it like this. So just do that a few times, and then just like to go in with a light hand. So yeah, that's just like a couple taps and you get like quite a bit of product on there. So I'm just gonna go in again and kind of go on the other side and on my forehead. Okay, so there's the bronzer, and this is just kind of like putting on just like a little bit, just so you get a little bit of a glow. I'm gonna go back in and just for the sake of this video put on just a little bit more. This is just so easy to blend. Like, I think you can really build on this color because this is the darkest shade it comes in. So if you have a darker skin tone, you can definitely build on this and get the results that you want. And then if you have lighter skin, you could just use a little bit of the product and get a really nice kind of just light glow. Okay, next I'm gonna go in to do the eyebrows. So for eyebrows, I picked up the 3-way shape tool. So on one end there's a spoolie, on the other end there's a pencil, and it's not like a sharp kind of thin pencil, it's more of like a flat line. And then on the middle there is a highlighter, which is really cool. I've never seen this before. So this one retails for $32, which, I mean, I think for a lot of the Benefit products, they sell around $22, $23. I think it's like a little steep for an eyebrow pencil, but I've actually really been enjoying this one. One thing I do find with it though is I don't use the highlight as much as I thought that I would, just because I normally go in with a highlight on my cheekbones, so I'll go in with the same highlight under my brow bone. So to have the highlighter in this pencil is just, for me, I was like, ugh, I don't think I really need this. But the pencil itself is really good, so it's more of like a flat line. So for me, when I'm in a hurry, this is like my fastest way to do eyebrows. It just does a really good job filling it in quickly. So there we are, eyebrows are done. For me, this product is kind of like a yes and a no. So it really depends. Like, if you want the highlight and you think it's more like convenient to have it, then I guess dishing out the $32 is not the end of the world. I do like the pencil itself, so I like that it stays on all day, and it's really blendable. So when you go over it with the spoolie, everything just kind of blends out really nicely. Okay, I totally forgot. I also picked up a concealer. So I'm gonna go in and do the under eyes. So this is the Magic Away Liquid Concealer. And when I first opened this, so there's kind of like a spongy tip to it, and then you turn this and it brings the product out of the sponge. So when I first got this, I actually spent a full 5 minutes like turning this because the product was not coming out. Oh, still not coming out. Okay. You can, it's hard to tell when the product's coming through when you've already used this, but it is very, very thick. I would compare this to Shape Tape, actually. So this one I like to blend out with a beauty blender. It is a really thick formula. It's full coverage for sure. So yeah, definitely set this under your eyes at the very least. I do like this concealer. It's really, really creamy. I think this one's just like a little bit too dark for me right now. It blends well. It blends really well. I'm not the biggest fan of the applicator, to be honest. I don't like the sponge applicators. But all in all, I do give the concealer a thumbs up because it lasted all day. Okay, I'm going to move on to the eyes now, which is my favorite part. And I'm loving this eyeshadow palette. So this is what the packaging looks like. So it's pretty consistent with her other packaging, just kind of like sleek design. It's really small, so it's super convenient to be carrying around. This is the Dolce Vita Luxury Palette is what this is called. So this has 4 shades in it, and it came in different color schemes. So I picked this one just because it's more kind of like fall. And one thing I didn't like when I first took this home, I was like, oh, it's not a matte shade. I thought this was matte, and like this red kind of color here was matte. They're all shimmers, but I've actually been wearing this quite a bit because the shimmer is not like a glittery shimmer. It's kind of just like a really subtle shimmer, so it is something you can wear during the day too, which is really nice. These shades are really blendable, and it's just kind of easy if you want to go from daytime to nighttime, because this shade here is the most shimmery out of all of them. So this is something that I actually would apply to wear at night. It's a little more glittery. So these 3 shades I'll wear during the day, and then if I'm going out at night, I kind of just like, I would take my finger and just kind of like dab it on my eyelids. So I really like this palette, and I'm just gonna do kind of like a simple look using all 4 colors for you guys so you can see for yourself. Okay, I'm just gonna take an all over shadow brush, and I'm gonna go in with this really light shade here, and I'm just gonna do that all over my lid. These are just so easily blended, like they're just so smooth. Everything just like melts into your skin. Very nice formulas. I'm gonna take a crease brush next, and just like a fluffy, kind of a little bit tapered on the end. And I'm gonna go in with this reddish shade here. I'm just gonna blend it into the outer crease and kind of like towards the middle. So just kind of like to start here and blend it inwards. And I'm just using like a circular motion. I'm just gonna bring it up. I mean, there's not much like kickback in this palette, but there is a little bit of fallout if you have too much product on the brush. I think this is just such a nice kind of subtle color scheme for fall. This one I've also been wearing a lot to work, and it's just like, it's just kind of like a little subtle glam, so I really like that about it. Okay, I'm gonna take this kind of like greenish shade here. It's kind of like a greenish kind of brown, and I like to use this one on my lower lash line. To finish off, I'm gonna use this gold shade, and I figured out that using a dry brush with this shade does not work. It doesn't pick up any of the pigment. Using a wet brush was even worse. So it actually just works best if you use your finger and you kind of just dab it over your eyelid. So I'm gonna use this one kind of just on the lower part of my eyelid and kind of like on the inside here. So it's just kind of like a gold tone shimmer. This is one I don't use during the day really, so it's quite glittery. Actually, I would describe it as glittery more than shimmery, but it's still really pretty. So okay, so there is the eyeshadow. Just very subtle. Again, I find that a lot of her products, when I do see kind of like ads, like sponsored ads come up on Instagram, it's like very subtle, kind of like clean glam, which I really like about her line. So I think a lot of her products like kind of make that look possible. So I really do like this eyeshadow palette, and it's just very, yeah, it's just very subtle kind of glam, and it can go easily from daytime to nighttime. So for this one, so these eyeshadow palettes retail for $66. I will say that's so steep for like this tiny palette that you only get 4 shades in, although like these shades are curated really well to work together, so it is for day to nighttime use, and they are highly pigmented, and I will say that it is a buildable formula. So even if you did want to kind of take this look into the night, you can just build on these colors and you're gonna end up with a more kind of bold look. But like still, it's 4 shades, like four shades. I'm like, I think I've bought palettes for like 50 bucks from like Morphe that have like 20 shades in them. So for me, $50 or $66 for this is very steep, but it depends what you're looking for. I will say it is a nice formula, but it's too expensive. Sorry, not sorry. So next we have eyeliner. This is called the Feline Flick. So it's just a liquid liner. This retails for $35. So I mean, for kind of like a high-end makeup brand, I think that's pretty standard for eyeliner. But one thing I will say about this right off the bat, I have been using it quite a bit. The tip is very stiff, so if you're used to using like, I don't know what to compare it to, like Kat Von D's tattoo liner where the end is very thin but you get a little bit more movement with it, if you're used to that, then this is quite a change because it's more of just like It feels like a pen. It's very, very stiff on the end. But yeah, I've been using this one quite a bit. So once you kind of learn how to work with the tip, then I think it's quite simple. But yeah, let's give it a go. Okay, I kind of messed that one up, so let's try the other one. Okay. That did not work for me. Okay, I can't even sell this eyeliner right now because it's not working for me. It did not turn out great. So, I mean, I guess I'll retract my comments about it being kind of easy to use after you learn, because neither of my eyes turned out great. Like, that does not look good. Yeah, I mean, okay, let's just jump right into the mascara because this is like a mess and I kind of want to wash it off. So for mascara, I picked up the Legendary Lashes, and I love this packaging. I just think it's so cute. So there's kind of like a picture of just like eyes on that end, and then it's just standard, kind of just like a standard brush. So mascara for me, this one is actually, I think it was like above what I expected. But it's not kind of like the holy grail of mascaras. So for the price range, which is, let me just take a gander here. The price range, which is $38, it's not great, but it's not horrible. This I found was so hard to wash off though, and it's not waterproof. It just like kind of left like little flakes on my lashes, or maybe it is waterproof. No, okay. Legendary Lashes is a brand new reformulated mascara to give you volumized lashes in a long wear, smudge-proof, humidity-resistant formula. Okay, I will say it does do all that because it's really hard to take this off. So for me, like, I never wear waterproof mascara unless I'm actually planning on going swimming, because I can't get it off at night, and I don't like that with mascaras. So I don't like that I can't like wash this off as well as any other mascara that's not waterproof, and this one's not waterproof. So last but not least, we have the highlighter. This is the Bar of Gold, which I've been dying to try. So you get 3 shades in it. This is like a champagne-y shade, then a rose gold, and more of a bronze shade on the other side there. I will say though, this retails for $75 fucking dollars. $75. They are nice shades, and I like the kind of like variety that you get, but for me that's just that's so steep. Like $75, there's no way. I'm gonna go in with I'm gonna mix these 2 lighter shades because again I'm too light to be wearing kind of like bronzy shades right now. It's not really like a blinding glow like a lot of other highlighters that I've used. It's more subtle. Man, I really butchered this eyeliner. I just keep looking at it. Does not look good. I can't wait to wash that off. Okay, so that's the highlighter. I mean, it is like a subtle glow, and I was kind of really like going hard at the palette here. So again, it depends what kind of glow you're looking for. This is not something I would repurchase. I think it's expensive, and I don't think it's worth the hype. Like, this was really hyped up for what it is, and it's not anywhere near my favorite highlighter. I think I've bought highlighters at the drugstore for like $4 that do a better job than this one. So I mean, it's like a nice subtle glow, but again, not enough product, too expensive, and not blinding enough for me. So that one's a no-go for me. Oh no, too funny. Okay, I just recorded the outro to this video without doing the lips. I forgot about the lips. Okay, this is my favorite part of these products too. I can't believe I forgot about this. Okay, so I've picked up 2 shades that are really popular in her line, or sorry, not 2 shades, 2 products. So I have the lip liner and the lipstick, and this is in the shade Pillow Talk. So it's like a nude pink, and I didn't know how I was gonna feel about this until I actually put it on. It's easily become my favorite lip combo for the fall, and possibly of all time, because this liner is just amazing for making your lips look so much bigger and so much more voluptuous. So for me, like, my top lip is thinner than my bottom lip, so I like to kind of like pull a Kylie Jenner and overline the top of the lip. So this is called Reshape and Resize Lip Liner. Lip Cheat is its name. So again, it's just like the nude pink, and I'm gonna show you guys because this is like just a magical combo, and I think it matches like really well with the actual color of the lips. Okay, so there is the lip liner, and it's just like such a nice shade of pink. I absolutely adore this lip combo. So I mean, okay, this was really just let me finish here. Okay, so there we have it. I'm just kind of gonna get close to the camera here so you can see. So I think it makes quite a difference, and I put this up on my Instagram as like just like a photo where my makeup was very kind of subtle, but my lips really stood out because they look so much bigger. Like I just think they look so much more voluptuous, and it's such a kind of like subtle look. So I'll wear this to work. This is like daytime to nighttime for me. The only problem is, sorry, I'm just trying to get prices on this. This lipstick retails for $39. I know, $39, because if you think about it, like a lipstick at MAC is 20 bucks, and I used to think that was expensive, but just because I love this shade in particular so much and the formula, and it stays on so well. It's like a creamy matte. I would describe it as like it's moisturizing for a matte lipstick, which for me is like very rare to find. So okay, and the lip cheat, okay, and the lip liner retails for $27. So I mean, my math is so off here. So 39 plus 27. Okay, I actually need my calculator. If anyone at my work is watching this video, I know who you are. They're gonna be really disappointed that I can't add 39 plus 27 and I work in finance. $66, just FYI. So $66 for this combo before tax, so probably closer to 70. There's $66 just because I love this combo so much. These two I will rebuy. Like I just love the way that this looks. It's just so, it's so nice. This is moisturizing. This stays on really well. So I wear this with different lipstick shades as well. I won't just pair it with this one. So for me, I'm getting a lot of use out of this one, and this is kind of just like my go-to lipstick for now. So I love the shade. I think these are totally worth it because they're formulated so well and they stay on for a very long time. So for me, it's worth it, even though $39 for one lipstick is very steep. So again, depends on your budget. Out of all the Charlotte Tilbury products that I've tried today, the lips are my absolute favorite. So for me, like I want to be trying more of these shades and just more of her other lipsticks because they're just so pretty. So yeah, that's my that's the last product. So that is the full review, guys. So this is almost $500. I know, really painful. Worth of Charlotte Tilbury makeup. It is very high end and it feels expensive. It feels better quality. I mean, I think like my least favorite product was the highlighter, just because it was kind of like really, really hyped up and it wasn't like wow for me. It was kind of just like average. And then of course the lips were my absolute favorite, the lip liner and the lipstick combo. So yeah, there we have it. Okay, filming outro number 2 now because I forgot the lips in the other one. So yep, there we have it, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you have any requests, you can leave a comment below, and if you want to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more content, I would appreciate it. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you next time. Bye.